Selling restricted lighting products on Amazon. Today, we will discuss steps to ensure you are compliant with the current policy for selling restricted lighting products on Amazon. Amazon continuously updates its restricted products policies to comply with new legislation and regulations. Product listings identified as non-compliant with these policies are removed and require seller action to be reinstated. One recent policy update relates to the Department of Energy, or DOE, energy conservation standards for general service light bulbs. Violations to this new policy state that your product has been identified as a non-compliant to energy conservation standards, which Amazon prohibits. These violations remain on Seller Central's account health dashboard until they are acknowledged or appealed. The ASINs will remain deactivated and unavailable for purchase if no appeal is submitted. Sellers must address these violations quickly in order to guarantee that the product is available for purchase in act. Understanding Amazon's restricted products policy for general service light bulbs. The Seller Central restricted products policy violation states that the non-compliant ASIN is a general service light bulb that does not meet the DOE's standards for energy conservation. In order to properly address this violation, it's important to first understand what product attributes or information may have caused the product to be viewed as non-compliant. Sellers with product listings in applicable categories may see the following restricted products policy violation. This product has been identified as a general service light bulb that is non-compliant with the U.S. Department of Energy's DOE energy conservation standard. Amazon policy prohibits the listing or sale of products that are non-compliant with federal, state, or local laws. To appeal this restriction, please submit a request through Seller or Vendor Central. In your request, please provide the lighting facts label or update the product detail page to include this information. This policy applies to ASINs in the light bulb categories including black light bulbs, fluorescent tubes, halogen bulbs, incandescent bulbs, krypton and xenon bulbs, LED bulbs, and other light bulbs. This new enforcement by Amazon is driven by the Department of Energy's recent adjustment to the energy standards for general service light bulbs, specifically incandescent bulbs. The new requirement for general service light bulbs is 45 lumens per watt, which many light bulbs, specifically incandescent, do not meet. The Department of Energy defines a general service lamp, GSIL, as a standard incandescent or halogen type lamp that is intended for general service applications. GSILs have a lumen range of 320 lumens to 2,600 lumens. The DOE has defined several types of bulbs that are exempt from this policy and wouldn't be considered general service light bulbs. These include appliance lamps, bug lamps, colored lamps, specific bulb shapes such as J, JC, and G-shaped bulbs. For more information and definitions of general service lamps and bulbs and exemptions, see the energy.gov website. How to resolve the restricted products policy violation for energy conservation standards. The first step in resolving any violation on the Seller Central Account Health dashboard is determining what triggered the violation. For this specific violation, the impacted ASIN has been identified as a general service light bulb that does not meet the standard of 45 lumens per watt. To determine if a product meets the new standard, Amazon reviews the ASIN's energy attributes, specifically brightness, energy used, and life of the bulb. Amazon may need the lighting fact sheet to verify these details, even if they have already been submitted to the listing. To appeal this violation, first check and edit the product details for the impacted ASIN. Make sure that all relevant details from the lighting facts sheet are present in the listing, including brightness in lumens, energy used in wattage, and life of the bulb in hours, days, or years, and light appearance, which is measured in Kelvin. Check that these details are displayed in Amazon's catalog 24 hours after they are updated. If the product details are not displaying, open a case with Amazon support. Once the required attributes for this category are reviewed and accurately displayed, submit an appeal for the violation by navigating to the Account Health dashboard. Select Restricted Product Policy Violations and submit an appeal under Next Steps. Be sure to clearly state the reasoning for the appeal, including the lighting facts sheet. If any action was taken, such as updating the lighting attribute, note that change in the appeal. State why the ASIN is compliant and provide details or proof requested by support. If the additional appeal is rejected, do not resubmit the same appeal again. Take time to contact Amazon Account Health and try to collect more information regarding the rejection or the violation. Only resubmit an appeal if it has been adapted or improved in some way. Repeatedly submitting identical appeals can decrease your odds of successful appeal. In conclusion, in order to abide by government regulations and standards, Amazon updates its policies to ensure all actively available products are compliant. When an ASIN is deactivated due to restricted product policy violations, sellers need to understand the legislation that the Amazon policy is based on and what documentation is required to be compliant. For the DOE's energy conservation standard, sellers need to provide the lighting facts label and the applicable energy attributes for that ASIN. When appealing these violations, sellers must provide a clear argument for why the ASIN is compliant and include any documentation that can support the claim. If you are struggling to reinstate a compliant lighting product, or if you have questions about your product compliance, contact Go Consulting today to start a conversation.